Hello everybody, welcome to today's video where we have another king and pawn endgame. Here, this one is very theoretical, but it is also pretty important that you know and understand this. So here, we have a theoretical endgame where whoever's turn it is to move, it's always winning for white. But it only works inside this little box here. Essentially, if the king and pawn are set up like this and the opposing king is here, it's always winning for white. The idea is that no matter what black, if it was black to move, no matter which way black goes, you can always look to shoulder the pawn. And if it's white to move, essentially here there's this idea where when you play king h6, oh, you might think, oh, well, black can just maintain the opposition and hold on. But they can't, because after g6, they're forced to come back out. And now after g7, they can no longer create this opposition in the corner. So they're forced out to king f7, and now you have king h7, and you are able to execute the shouldering, which was your main goal. Your main goal was to shoulder the pawn to the end and make a queen. So now they have to go somewhere, it doesn't really matter, and you make your queen. So now you might think, oh, well, can I go this way too? Well, as white, you actually can't go this way. You can, but you'll end up repeating the position essentially. So here, let's say they go here, here, and now they have a trick, because if they go back to h8, you can't push your pawn because they have a stalemate trick. You'll be covering all the squares and they won't be able to move. So you can't push the pawn, so you have to come back and essentially recreate the starting position. And from this position, again, the only way to win is to go here. If they go here, we just saw that, you'll push the pawn and you'll force their king out. And now if they go this way, you simply have the ideal scenario where you shoulder the pawn and you make a queen. So you have king and queen versus king. You should know how to do that nice and easily. So now back to this position, right? The idea is that even if it were black to move, no matter what happens, there's always a way to promote, because if it was black to move and they played king h8, you would play king f7 and they would be forced to come here, so that when you push the pawn, it's no longer a stalemate trap, but it's actually the fact that it's a check. So when they go back, you can push again and it's another check. So when they come back, you can make the queen with check, they come here, and you have checkmate on g6. So essentially, no matter whose turn it is to move in this position, white is always winning, because they can get the ideal setup, they can shoulder the pawn, and they can promote. So that's it for this video. I've put a fen in the description for you to work on, like a little homework problem for you, so to speak. It's pretty tricky, but if you understand the theoretical essence of this position, you should be able to solve that one. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching the video.